If you think you need a big audience to sell products, think again. The truth is, you do not need thousands of page views or followers to start making sales. You just need the right strategy, which I will be breaking down for you in this video. Hi, I'm Jessie, the founder of Jessie on a Journey and Travel Blog Prosperity. And I talk a lot on this channel about the power of creating your own products. And a common question I get is, well, that sounds great, but what if I have a small or even non-existent audience? How do I actually sell products? As bloggers, we often treat our websites as content publications. We create content and then we wait for that traffic to come in, and then we try to monetize with ads and affiliate links. But there's another way to go about things, and that is having a product first mindset. Instead of waiting for your traffic to build, you create your product and then you actively work to get it in front of your target audience using your content and other strategic methods. You can still monetize with ads, affiliates, and brand collabs, but the focus shifts from waiting for the page views to come in to actively getting eyes on your brand and your sales page. Now, I'm speaking from experience, as along with running my travel blogs, Jessie on a Journey and Epicurean Culture, I also run a site called NYC Photo Journeys. You can see it on the screen here, which I launched with the goal of selling my NYC photo tours. Despite having lower traffic than the other two sites, this site is highly profitable because the traffic is so targeted. Additionally, thanks to how I run this business, I am way less concerned with AI advancements and Google updates because Google AI cannot replicate my unique offer. And this is so important to understand and really think about. Yes, AI overviews can answer questions, but they cannot replace your unique experience, expertise, and your products and services. And that is why launching your own products and services can really help you build a more resilient business so that you stay in control no matter what Google decides to change next. And to help you get started and see success with this, in this video, I will be sharing exactly how to launch your own products, regardless of your audience size, and create a truly algorithm-proof business. And if you'd like even more help with this, I invite you to click the link in the video description or scan the QR code on your screen to grab a seat in my free Profitable Product Launch Challenge. With AI taking over and Google completely changing how search works, it's more important now than ever to create a business that is algorithm-proof. And launching your own products is a smart way to do this. This self-paced 5-day challenge walks you through how to create, launch, and scale a product that grows your business. You will learn how to choose the perfect product idea, map out your pricing and bonuses, build an email list of buyers without paid ads, create a launch plan, even with a small audience, and continuously earn sales on autopilot. Plus, you'll get an implementation workbook and bonuses worth signing up for on their own, including a profitable product launch checklist and 3 sample product launch plans. Feel free to even pause this video to go grab your seat in the free challenge. You back? Then let's dive in, starting with a little bit of backstory. So I launched NYC Photo Journeys as a photo tour company in 2013. I never imagined I would be a tour guide or start a tour company, but by then I was already blogging on Jessie on a Journey. I started that in 2011, and I started noticing that my readers were asking me to show them around New York. Since I wrote about New York often and people knew I was a local, I was creating content, showing my expertise, the demand was already there. And this is really how I came up with the idea, by listening to my audience. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, I thought you said that, you were going to tell us how to sell a product without an audience. This is probably my favorite way to come up with product ideas, is listening to your own audience, but it is not the only way. For example, you can go to niche forums and Facebook groups and places where your audience hangs out to see what questions they're asking, which gives you insight into their problems and pain points. Additionally, you can take a different approach, which is to create the product and build the audience around that. You create the product and then you create content and implement strategies that bring that audience to you. So having an audience built in, yes, it is helpful, but it is certainly not the only way to sell products. And I'll be giving you concrete ideas for actually getting your products out there in a moment. Now, when I originally launched NYC Photo Journeys, I did lean on the small but growing audience I had on Jessie on a Journey at that time, but I really wanted this business to stand on its own without my name attached and the other brand attached. I also was thinking about how I wanted to create something that would be easily sellable in the future. Basically, I was starting NYC photo journeys from scratch with a website that had 0 page views and social media channels that had 0 followers. But I didn't want to wait to earn money. I didn't want to wait for traffic to come in to start seeing money in my bank account. I wanted to see that right away. So I took action. And with that in mind, I want to go over some of the most powerful things that I did that really helped me make sales and see success with this right away. The first thing I did was I listed my tour on online booking platforms like Viator and Expedia to get in front of travelers right away. Here you can see my old product listing. It's not live anymore, but it helped me get in front of my audience right away. The downside is they do take a pretty big cut, but it was okay because it still helped me get those bookings quickly, get income coming in, and start building reviews. We'll talk about that in a bit. The second thing I did was I partnered with local hotels and travel businesses to try to collaborate and cross promote. So I would do things like email the marketing teams of New York based hotels to try to offer a discount to their guests. I would also go in person and connect with the concierge teams because they're often booking experiences for the guests. So I wanted to get on their radar and build those relationships. The third thing I did was I hosted press events. I actually had dedicated tours that I led specifically for press, for bloggers, media, influencers. This photo is actually from one of them. And then I would also pitch myself for coverage. So doing this led to getting featured in a lot of high profile blogs and publications. So I highly recommend if you can do some type of press thing, if that makes sense for your product, it could be really, really powerful. The fourth thing I did was I leveraged my existing Jessie on a Journey blog and social media channels. So, where it says shop, you can book my tours, influencer shoots, and photo shoots, as well as my custom NYC trip planning. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And I also would share about the tours in related content. So if you ever go on my Jessie on a Journey site and there's a blog post about NYC, you will learn about those tours. So number one in this guide to non-touristy things to do in NYC, strike a pose on an NYC photo tour. Upgrade your Instagram feed on an NYC influencer shoot, and preserve cherished memories on a custom NYC photo shoot. So I'm always letting people know about these experiences, and this leads to a lot of bookings. This is something I did in the very beginning, and it's something I still do today. So if you do have an existing blog, if you do have an existing audience, even if it's small, let them know about your products and services. The fifth thing I did was I recruited bloggers and influencers who focus on NYC travel to join my affiliate program. And as you can see on the screen, I have an entire podcast episode and written guide attached about how to create your own affiliate program. I'll link it in the video description. Highly recommended to do this if you're launching products and services. Now, one thing I have realized over the years as I've done outreach to get people to join my program, or people have just applied to join the program, is it's not always the biggest bloggers that bring in the referrals, at least in my experience. I have found that it is actually the more niche bloggers, regardless of audience size, who get me the most bookings. So bloggers that are specifically focused on NYC travel in this case. So that's not to say not to reach out and invite the big bloggers to promote your product. The more people talking about travel that want to promote your product, the better. But definitely think about those more niche bloggers, the ones who really share your target audience, the people that would want this product. Make sure to get them on your radar regardless of their audience size. The sixth thing I did was I ran targeted Facebook and Instagram ads to increase my reach. Now, I went a little above and beyond with this, and I did hire a videographer. I've recruited my friends to be models, and I created a promotional video that I ran in these ads. I put it on my website. It was really helpful to have this more visual, immersive piece of content to really show people what they would be getting and what the experience was like. You could see on the screen here, this is just like the opening screen of the video. Now, if you're thinking, okay, that sounds great, but I don't have the budget for a videographer, you don't have to hire a professional. I do recommend, though, creating some type of teaser video. For example, with my blogging courses and printables and ebooks and things like that, I'll often do just like a talking head video, just so people get to know me, they build trust a little bit, and they get an idea of what they will be receiving. So you don't have to, spend $1 million to make this amazing, but having some type of visual content, even if you create it yourself, can be very, very helpful for making sales. The seventh thing I did was I integrated affiliate marketing into the product experience from the beginning so that I could make even more per client potentially. So for this example with my NYC photo journeys, when people make a booking, in their welcome email, I will recommend local hotels, non-competing experiences, travel insurance, things like that with affiliate links. And of course, you always want to disclose when they receive their photos, because with all my experiences, the guests receive photos. At the end of the email, I have what you see here. I have a section, prints, photo books, and other products. If you're looking to purchase mementos, our affiliate partner, with disclosure, Nations Photo Lab, is currently having a sale. You can find the code details on their homepage. Enjoy your week. The eighth thing I did was I added optional upsells to the checkout experience to add more value to the booking, both in terms of what people get as well as what I earn per booking. So you can see here, you're in my Peak Pro backend, and these show all the add-ons for all the different experiences. So it kind of looks a little bit confusing right now. You wouldn't see all of these for each experience, but if they get like an unedited shoot with me, they can get an add-on SD card, a bonus folder of the images also edited in black and white. We have additional hours of shooting time. The rate just varies depending on the product and the package. We've got cancellation insurance, which can help them, protect their booking. Prints, if they're based in the US, I can send them high quality prints mounted on canvas, luster, matte, etc. They can opt for rush order delivery. And then I do super edits, which are these advanced edits. So these are some of my add-ons for my NYC Photo Journeys experiences. The ninth thing I did was I encouraged customer reviews by asking clients to leave feedback on TripAdvisor and Google reviews after an experience ended. So, and I have that totally set up, automated in my system, but I'll also follow up with a personal email because I have to give them the photos anyway. But I do feel like this helps with that personal touch. You can see here is my TripAdvisor page. I have 183 reviews. It has taken me time to build that up. I started from zero, but I'm so glad I started this from the beginning because so many people today even come and they find me through TripAdvisor. They book me through TripAdvisor. And even if they don't, they'll usually go to TripAdvisor to check out the reviews. So it's so, so important. And I'm so glad I did this from the very beginning. And the 10th thing I did was I built an email list from the start. I offered a NYC local guide opt-in freebie, and then that got people onto my email list. And then right in the welcome email, I would let people know about my tour. This is what the welcome email looks like today, at least the bottom portion of it. And you can see my offerings have expanded. In those early days, it was just the tour. But even today, I let people know about our experiences right away. You can see that here. And this is helpful because sure, people might be reading content on our site and maybe we mentioned the tour, maybe they missed that, maybe they just didn't realize what we offer. Now they may have grabbed this free guide, and now in the welcome email, they know everything we offer. Also in that guide itself, I'm going to talk about the tour. So it's another place to kind of capture people. Maybe they weren't ready to book on the website, but they really loved the freebie I offered. They were like, wow, she gives such good local tips. Oh, that's pretty cool. She's a photographer. She offers this. And then they might check it out. So it's just another way to kind of build trust with people and another touch point where you can let people know about your products and services. And the best part about all of this is you can apply these strategies to create and launch your own profitable digital product regardless of your audience size. So we've been going over a tour company example, but let's say you have a printable as your product. So then instead of leveraging platforms like Viator and Expedia, you might leverage Etsy, or you might utilize Amazon if you are, creating a book. The exact examples might look a little different, but the strategies can still be taken and tweaked a bit to fit your unique product. For me, taking these actions I just mentioned allowed me to grow my customer base right away and build up my reviews so that I could start earning an income before, Google SEO and Pinterest started kicking in. Today, organic website visitors, review platforms like TripAdvisor, and referrals from affiliates and happy customers are the top ways that I sell my NYC Photo Journeys experiences. And this is really the beauty of launching your own products. You have more control over your income because you can get creative with how and where you promote them, regardless of algorithms. And the power of launching products doesn't stop there. Over time, as I've built up my client base and I've gotten to know more about their needs and wants, I've been able to finesse that initial tour product, that private photo journey. And I've also launched other products in response to questions that people were asking me. For example, over the years, I've had a lot of influencers book me and say, hey, I don't really want a tour. I just want to focus 100% on photos. So I launched an NYC influencer shoot product. I've also had so many people say, hey, I love that you do tours and photo shoots, but could you help me plan my trip? And so you can see on the screen here, I launched custom NYC itinerary planning. And those aren't my only other products. I'm continuing to kind of tweak and launch things as needed. Listening to my audience as I've grown has really allowed me to better meet the needs of my audience while becoming more profitable in the process. Now, before we sign off, I just want to share some final tips for implementation. I apologize if you hear any noise outside. The construction has started up again. But anyway, number one, grow an email list. When you are driving visitors to your blog posts, there's no telling that these people will return. Instead, get them onto your email list where you can then let them know, hey, my new free content has published, your blog posts, YouTube videos, podcasts, etc., and your paid offers. You can let them know, hey, I launched this, hey, I'm running a sale, hey, I'm offering a bonus, or just that you have these different products and services and how they can benefit these people. The second thing is create an opt-in freebie that solves the same problem as your product or service so that you're really growing your list with the right people. As a little recap, an opt-in freebie is a free piece of content, a free resource, a free gift that people get in exchange for joining your email list. Right here, you can see mine for NYC Photo Journeys. It's that free, NYC local guide. This is not the opt-in form, but the actual freebie itself. And in it, I talk about my products. With this freebie, I'm getting people onto my list who want to explore New York. If your product is a wildlife photography course, but your freebie is a travel packing list, you're not necessarily growing your list with the right people. But if you offer a wildlife photography cheat sheet, that would be much better. The third thing is to automate your sales by setting up a sales funnel that works on autopilot even when you're away from your laptop. And there are many ways to do this. You can set up a tripwire offer so people grab your opt-in freebie and then they're taken to a thank you page where there's some type of special limited time offer. Usually it's a highly discounted offer, which is okay with certain digital products. But to be honest, I would not highly discount your time for money services like tours and custom itinerary planning, or your really premium products like a 10 module course. But there might be certain things you're comfortable with. However, with the tours and the more premium products, you might do a small discount, or you might do some special bonuses. So you can still put some type of offer there with those premium products. The other thing you could do is have an automated welcome sequence. They grab your opt-in freebie and then they get a welcome email and a series of emails that's going to nurture them. For my NYC Photo Journeys opt-in freebie, that NYC local guide I showed you, they are shown my products in the welcome email. You can see that here. I mentioned it before. However, with my blogging products, I actually do it a bit different. I nurture them for a few days, it's 5 days, and then they get pitched a special offer at the end of that once they're warmed up. So do think about your own products and what might make sense for you. You might want to test a few things, but these automated nurture sequences can be very powerful for making sales. The fourth thing is to include affiliate links in the automated welcome sequence and in the product experience itself. So I talked before about how, when people book a tour or photo shoot with me, when they get the welcome email, I have affiliate links, always with disclosure, of course, and then when they get the photos, again. But let's say you have a printable. You can include affiliate links right in that content. Or if you have courses or a membership or coaching of some kind, you could include affiliate links with the educational content. I always include this resource list with all of my courses, memberships, coaching, all that stuff. Additionally, if someone's inside my Travel Blog Prosperity membership and they're watching a workshop about SEO or keyword research of some kind, I will include my key search affiliate link. So I keep it relevant, don't overdo it and always disclose, but this can help you increase your income with your products. And number 5, create other related products and add-ons to cross-promote and upsell. So I already showed you my add-ons and my NYC Photo Journeys backend, how I do that during the checkout process. Something else I do though is, for example, if someone books an NYC photo tour or photo shoot with me, I will let them know that I also offer itinerary planning. Now, you can also offer checkout upsells, like related products that are discounted but only at checkout. And here's an example where in Teachable, that's what I use to create my courses, memberships, digital downloads, all those things. But if someone's purchasing my 30-day affiliate income action plan, I have a series of action plans. It's one of my digital products on a variety of topics. But let's say they grab my 30-day affiliate income action plan. Well, at checkout, they can grab one of the other ones at a discount. So think about how you can do this too. This can really help you increase your income from a specific order. So, someone may have only been getting this one action plan, but now if they're adding one or both of these to their cart, that's going to increase the order value and it's going to provide them more value because they're getting more information and more strategies. So to sum things up, building a product-first business has allowed me to have more control over my income and growth, and you can do the same. Whether you are starting from zero or you've already built an audience, the key is taking action and getting your offer in front of the right people. All right, now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to launch your own product regardless of audience size. Don't forget to grab your seat in my free Profitable Product Launch Challenge. You'll not only learn how to create, launch, and scale a product that grows your business, but you'll put that learning into practice so you can launch your product and start increasing your income faster. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos sharing these strategies for bloggers who want to turn their blogs into profitable full-time businesses. Happy blogging!